move east, and Greenland's leader has condemned, and Denmark's allies in Europe reaffirmed that the Arctic island's future must be determined by its people, rebuffing renewed remarks by US President Donald Trump about acquiring the vast territory. Trump's comments came a day after the special US forces captured Nicolas Maduro in a raid, with Trump stating that Washington intended to oversee governance of the oil-rich Latin American country. The US operation rekindled concerns in Denmark that Greenland, an autonomous Danish territory, might face a similar scenario. Trump has repeatedly said that he wants to take over Greenland, and speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One, Trump said he would revisit the topic in a few weeks. Greenland's strategic location between Europe and North America makes it a critical site in the US ballistic missile defense system. The island's significant mineral resources would also align with Washington's ambition to reduce dependence on Chinese exports. Professor Gunaratne joins us once again. Of course, this would be a huge flashpoint in geopolitics, mainly due to the fact that infighting between NATO has never happened before like this. Mette Frederiksen, the Danish Prime Minister, has said that she wants no more statements about Greenland going to the United States. We will see if Donald Trump adheres to that. However, what could emerge in regards to this? Do you think Donald Trump will respect Denmark and Greenland's sovereignty? Are we on the verge of something else?
Trump made very similar remarks when it came to Canada. So Trump's words are sometimes very performative. And I think that it is so important for leaders not to fight over such statements and such words. And it is so important for leaders to understand President Trump and then to restore the relationships and to maintain good relationships. And an angry Trump will be a threat to any country, especially after what happened in Venezuela, because he has taken Maduro's comments previously, because Maduro challenged him very personally. So if you look at Trump's social media, if you even look at the White House site that is being maintained, Trump has taken this operation in Venezuela very personally, and it is so important for other global leaders to manage Trump. If they don't do that, certainly Trump can become a challenge for them.
Professor Gunaratne, of course, a lot of domestic American Republicans are displeased with Donald Trump and his foreign policy. They voted for him. One of the reasons was for America to stop being involved in abroad. However, this year, certainly, this week even, certainly with his statements, he has been extremely outspoken when it comes to how hawkish he's being. In one press conference on Air Force One, he spoke about he insisted that they need Greenland. He spoke about the possible invasion of Cuba, saying that it was ready to fall, and along, of course, with the threat of new strikes on Iran. Where does that put Donald Trump in regards to previous Republican presidents, of course, in this old guard Republican hawkishness?
Trump is a very different leader. He's a class of its own. And I think that it is so important for leaders to manage him. Otherwise, it will become a challenge. If you look at Trudeau, he gave he ensured that he knew that he couldn't manage Trump, and that's why Carney has now taken on a new role of not only running Canada but managing Trump. So I think that Trump will become a challenge for many leaders, Even for India, you can see the relationship between India and the US was disrupted. So we will witness this in the coming years until the Trump period ends. Certainly, he is practicing the Monroe Doctrine,
When
that
I am
is
on TV debate,
Yes.
significant influence in the Americas, and sometimes he may extend it beyond America's sphere of influence.
Professor Rohan Gunaratne, thank you very much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and thank you for taking the time. We now move on over to the Indo-Pacific for our next story, and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung told China